Perhaps all I'm doing is inviting us all here and viewers at home to dialogue around a matter that concerns all of us. A people overwhelmed by mediocrity condemns itself to failure and misery when they know more about football than their own rights, when they scream louder for a goal than for an injustice, and when they demand more from a player than from their leaders. I came across this quote by Valerie Paulette, and it made me think of my nation, my country, my people, obsessing over football like we usually do than over the state of our nation. Could this be a coping mechanism or a temporary escape from the myriad of issues that plague the Nigerian existence? And if so, who is to blame? After all, here we cannot come and kill ourselves. From insecurity to inflation, where people find it hard to afford food or medicine. Example, those with asthma, we hear them complain about the high cost of their Ventolin, not to mention those with acute needs, such as people with kidney failure needing dialysis. Daily life in Nigeria is precarious, and that is not an exaggeration. Nigerians are constantly living on the edge of life. They have to exercise the faith to get from point A to B, be it just a simple journey, bank transaction, or a university admission. With a National Assembly that seems to have forgotten its role of representation for the people and resorts to shedding crocodile tears about the state of the nation, the truth must be told to the powers that be that what was promised is a far cry from the reality on ground. Yet, have we not tried speaking out? We have. From protests to the polls, our voices were silenced and shut down, still being shut down if you reference the case of the women in Kwara State who were recently arrested for protesting, speaking out, ballots rigged and lives brutalized. Some have argued that it is only those who have a full belly that can afford to campaign for justice. Yet, history is replete with accounts of people who have pushed back against an oppressive system when they hit rock bottom and their backs were against the wall. Our neighbors in South Africa, relentless fights against apartheid that took Mandela to prison for 27 years. French Revolution, even the Russians, that overhauled the economic and governmental systems. Surely all of these underscore the lesson that without sacrifice, there can be no transformational change. We cling to a life of mediocrity, perhaps in a vain belief that any life is better than no life at all. Hardly anyone in our nation would dispute this fact that Nigeria is overdue for a major overhaul. The question remains, how do we get from where we are to where we all know we ought to be? It begins and ends with the voice of the people. Vox Populi, Vox Dei. United in vision and determination, compelling the leadership, those who put themselves up to be elected, to rise to their responsibilities or else step aside.